Hi guys, this is Reo WIlde, the honey badger, here to answer a few questions that I've been sent on the Facebook page. My favorite time of year to shoot is kind of tough. I enjoy shooting all times of year, but I do have a favorite more indoors because you get to just practice and shoot. The elements aren't as big a deal, and you get to shoot right there on top of people, and the crowd gets to be more into it. It's just that's one part I love about indoors. My favorite competitor is a tough question to answer. I have a ton of them. I would say probably my number one is Jesse Broadwater. If you look at things over the last few years, me and him have banged head and been more shoot-offs to win tournaments than any other ones, and he's a good guy. To me, that's a huge part of a competitor. I know that if he feels like he won, he'll fight till he's done, but if he feels like it's in or out, whatever, he's honest with himself and everything else. So I think that that's a big part of him being a great competitor. I prepare for the week of a shoot through dieting and exercises. Mostly that type of question is asked, but I would say that I do it by pretty much keeping things as much as normal as I possibly can. To me, big changes affect your body and how it reacts and everything else like that. I hear guys say, oh, I go off caffeine at a tournament, which to me, if you're changing that, that's going to change a lot more in how your body withdrawals and everything else. I try to keep things as normal so that my body's as normal as it is when I practice every day. My first compound, actually, funny enough, was a little brown Ben Pearson. My dad got me from the local archery shop, and I shot it a lot. In fact, it didn't have a spot for a sight, so I taped a pin, a little nail pin on the front of it to use to aim with. My dad has influenced my shooting a lot. I mean, he's the one that got me into this. He's the one that took me to the tournaments. He's the one that helped coach me, gave me ideas on how to get better and where to start from and what steps to take. And anytime I do coaching or helping anybody else, I use exactly what he helped me with. What separates the top 1% from everybody else? I would say there's a couple of things. One is you have to be able to work and understand your equipment really well. I think you have to know what makes it shoot well, what does and what helps you shoot better. I would say the other thing is confidence in your equipment and ability to do what you want to do. You have to be able to trust and execute a shot, and if you execute it well, it should put it in the middle, if you have the right equipment, the best equipment. What drives me to keep shooting after I've won so much is I want to be able to know that I've done as much as I can to maybe one day be considered the best at what I do. I love archery. I love everything about it. I'm a competitive person, and I think that it drives me just to want to win every tournament as much. I mean, I've won Vegas 3 times, which has tied 3 other guys. So to me, a big part is I would love to win it 5, 6 times so that, I could have that title to be held. I just want to work hard, and being competitive is a big part of it. So the advice I would give someone to introduce their kids into archery is let them be around it, let them understand it, let them kind of get the bug and not push them into it. I see a lot of parents that shove their kids into it, push them into it, and I've seen kids come and go and be around and disappear after they shot, after their parents, they got old enough to get away. And to me, let them get a love for it. Let them enjoy it. Let them see how much you enjoy it. How many bows do I own? That's a tough question because I have a few and I'm not sure. I have parts and pieces because I laugh because I will cannibalize a bow to build another one to make sure that it's exactly what I want. I'll take parts and pieces to build what I feel is the best shooting thing out there. So I would say probably full, complete, put together bows. I would say maybe 10. Why do I lean back when I shoot? I did that when I was a kid and my dad tried to fix me from leaning back. And it just never felt comfortable. It was not repeatable because I felt like I fought my muscles and my balance a lot. And to me, I want to be balanced. That is a huge part of archery. I mean, if you're balanced, you aim better. I mean, I even learned even more this year. We were at the World Indoor, and Jesse Broadwater challenged me and Braden Gillantine to stand on 1 foot. And so we stood on 1 foot. I shot an 8 and was happy with it. It aimed so poorly. And Jesse, I think, had been practicing because he shot a 10, and Braden shot an 8. So balance is huge. And to me, if you look at match rifle shooters, they all lean back, too, to put the weight of the rifle more in the center of their positioning. So to me, it sounds really good, and it just seems to work. Who do I respect the most of target archers who no longer compete? Well, my dad I respect a lot, but he still competes. But I would say probably Terry Ragsdale. The guy was amazing. I mean, he was a forerunner for what all we have today and what we do. And he worked hard. I mean, he was a great shot. And I mean, I had times that he talked to me about things, and he was a great inspiration and a great person to follow and role model after. World-class athletes have trainers and guides that help guide them. I would say my biggest guide I have is my wife. I mean, we can look back over the years that since I shot before and after I got married to her, she helps me schedule my practice in. She helps push me. She gets me to tournaments. She makes me so much better than I was before because she gets me to put the work in. What I'm thinking while I'm on the shooting line is execution. That is the biggest thing in the world. I mean, if you have the equipment set up right and you have everything right and you execute a good shot, it's 99% of the time going to go there because the equipment's good enough, the products you use should be good enough, and if you execute, it should always be there. Do I feel any pressure to get into archery because of my dad? And do I think my kids will because of it? I wouldn't say I felt pressure to. When I was younger at 12, my dad pushed me to. And it just kind of pushed me a little bit away. Plus, I got target panic, and so I walked away. And I didn't shoot a bow again until I was 18 or 19 years old. So to me, that's why I always tell people don't push your kids. Let them have it, let them enjoy it, let them love it, and get to the point where they want. How do I afford to travel to the World Cups? Well, some of it comes from USA Archery through grants, through the Easton Foundation, which has been a great help in archery. And a lot of it comes from my money and sponsors' monies that helped me get there. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure and subscribe to our channel if you get a chance, and let us know what you think we could do better. And I want to make sure this helps people and give us any ideas and questions you might want answered.